Beautiful day in Argentina. Everybody's gathered to watch this air show, and then this happens. Just a few feet from the crowd. Could have been so catastrophic. You can see the speed that this aircraft came in, recovered, and ended up landing without injury. It was a Vans RV7A, Lima Victor X-ray 722 was the tail number. Please subscribe if you like this channel. And there's the wing damage there, as you can see up close. But glad everybody was okay. November 5th, 2022, we are in Woodsfield, Ohio. You can see this aircraft's going to be coming into the screen. There it is. Comes up, hits that right wingtip and comes down. There was 2 on board. They had minor injuries. It was this aircraft here, a Kit Fox 5, built in 2018, November 257 Echo Delta was the tail number. So you can see here, this happened December 1st, 2021 on Wednesday. It was a Cessna came in with gear up, which caused that fire on the right wing. And the aircraft was a Cessna 510 Citation Mustang, November 81 Charlie Bravo. Trying to find his range here, pump and rolling up to the aft side of the aircraft. He's going to go ahead and put that foam in right into that turbofan engine, gets it out quickly. Again, the pilot was not injured. He was able to self-evacuate. You have this train coming straight at this Cessna, crash landed right on the tracks, blown up right there. You got pieces flying. Bystanders almost got hit. The police dragged out the pilot. He was injured from the crash itself, but they got him out in time, sent him to the trauma center. You can see single pilot there, and the police are checking on him. But what a crazy scene. This is Sunday, January 9th at 2:30 p.m. in Los Angeles. So you can see here, this is the aftermath. It was a Cessna 172. Again, Cessna 172H. And it happened at this Whiteman Airport in California. So the pilot had a loss of power right on takeoff. So you can see here, he just got off the runway and you can see all the buildings around. And I believe they crashed somewhere right around here. There's the train tracks. But it could have been a lot worse. He could have went into these buildings. Could have went a lot better too, though, on that train track with the train coming. And then here they shut down the tracks, restricted the trains from coming. They have to check on the train that actually hit the aircraft. Then firefighters are on scene here. They have to take care of the fuel spill. The passenger was already sent to the hospital. So now they're just trying to secure the aircraft, secure the area, check if any bystanders got hit or injured. All right, thanks for staying with us. March 5th, 2022. This is a Coast Guard aircraft coming in, Camper Air Force Station. It looks like everything's okay, but I think there's a number 1 engine failure. And things start getting a little squirrely here. And then they really start sliding out, Tokyo Drift style. And nose goes in here. There was 4 on board. Nobody was injured, luckily. And soon you're going to see some people come here to help with the extrication there. So people are getting out on their own. So that's always a good sign. No fire. It's also another good sign. The aircraft doesn't look too damaged. Hard to tell from here, though. But it was a Indian Coast Guard Dornier 228-101 runway excursion. Pretty nice aircraft, too. This Indian Coast Guard. It's built in 1989. All right, this aircraft is taking off July 29th in Norway and just doesn't make it at all. Overturned shortly after takeoff. There was 4 on board. There was boats nearby that saved them, luckily. And this is the aircraft here, a Cessna 180. The tail number, Lima, November, Victor Yankee Juliet. 25th, 2022, we're in Buenos Aires, and you can see this aircraft. Looks like it's coming in smooth and then starts pulling a porpoising maneuver here. Bounces getting larger and larger, uncontrollable, and then finally that nose gear digs in and flips over. So I had some questions on, is there anything the pilot did upon its approach that caused this to happen? And, how can this thing be remedied so pilots don't porpoise like this? everybody standing by looking at this aircraft coming in, had landing gear issues, had to do an emergency landing, and seems like everything is going okay. Firefighters, we would be standing by. You don't want to be too close to the runway because you never know exactly where these aircraft are going to end up. There you can see it kind of skidded off the runway there a little bit. There was 3 on board. There was no injuries here. It was this aircraft, Beechcraft B200 Super King Air, similar to this one. November 3 Papa Xer was.
Oh crap, he crashed it. Did he really? Yep.
So welcome back. This is April 8th. You can see the windsock looks kind of like a tailwind. And this is a Cessna 195, a business liner. But then the dust is kind of going in the opposite direction, and that windsock looks like a headwind. So I'm curious on what you guys think happened. Here's the prop is bent, the wing damage. There was 3 on board. They had minor injuries, and we're in Portales, New Mexico. And then here's another angle. June 25th, we have a wild one. This aircraft going into the trees. We're in Swans Island, Maine. It's a Cessna 150 built in 1961, and it just took off. And a lot of trees in the area. Luckily, it didn't hit those wires. Here's the Cessna 150, similar to this one, November 7340 X-ray. And it happened at this Banks Airport. A lot of trees, not much going on around this airport. But those trees definitely saved the sole pilot. Minor injuries. Fourth, we're in England. This aircraft threads the needle here as it overruns the runway. There was 3 on board. They were taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but this thing could have been a lot worse. I mean, the damages to all the aircraft involved, they could have hit this car right here. So I'm glad that everybody was okay, considering it ended up in a ditch, but it looked like the aircraft got slowed down enough where it wasn't too bad. It was a Piper Cherokee. This is where the aircraft ended up, and I couldn't get the tail number, as you can see. But it happened at this Cotswold Airport, and you can see all of the aircraft parked around it. I'm not too sure what runway they were trying to land on. But again, there are a lot of aircraft as in this video as well. All right, straight to it. April 8th, 2022, we have this aircraft, Alianza Airlines, coming in and doing a ground loop. And I'm not sure what causes a ground loop because it seems like the pilot had control until they didn't. And then so fire is going to be on scene. Well, there is no fire on scene on this one, but they would be coming on scene. And then this is what they're coming upon. So there was no one injured, 6 on board, but they had a runway excursion. They broke their left main gear. Can see it here. And then they also damaged both propellers. And then they exited the aircraft through the rear here. And it was a DC-3TP, tail number Hotel Kilo 5016. And yeah, I mean, from what I think is, I guess this happens with tail wheels aircraft, and the inertia pushes it forward, and when it gets out of alignment because the front is fixed, it causes that rear to come around. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but that's what it seems to be. But I'm glad no one was injured here. It's very interesting to learn these things about different aircraft. But that's it. If you like these breakdowns, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.